Should I start?
Yes.
Right. Uh, Welcome to all of you, those who are online. Uh, and I could see some people entering in the room as well. Yeah, welcome to you all for Orientation Week. And I would be suggesting all of you to download this app, the one which is being given in the slide, and that will facilitate you in terms of Q&A. So make sure that this app is there on your mobile, which will facilitate you. So I, on behalf of College of Medicine and Public Health, extend all of you a warm welcome. And I'm Munish, and I'm joined by my colleague, Dr. Helen Harrison. Yeah, so she would be looking into the questions which are coming through like online. So she would be trying to answer what your generic queries are associated with your day-to-day life activities over the campus. Yeah, but before I start, I have a duty to, I would be acknowledging and pay my respect to the traditional custodians of this land on which we are sitting at the moment, and you have come. And we would also like to acknowledge and pay respect to the elders of land, both past, present, and emerging. So this is something which I have really appreciated here at Flinders, that we are so mindful and we are so respectful in terms of the giving our acknowledgement to the land where we are, that's a Corona land. Yeah, so.
Moonish, sorry, I have to interrupt you. They said the sound's really echoing. You don't have the orientation platform open at all, do you?
No.
You've just got your slide and
Yeah,
that's it.
that's
Okay,
right.
I'll
Yeah.
just check with them.
Should I continue?
Maybe
Yeah, okay.
Is the lapel mic there at all? I wonder if you could put that on, whether that'll stop the echo.
I can do that. I have just interrupted to put a mic, to a collar mic. Yeah. I'm just testing. Is it good?
Just check with them online.
Yeah. Because then it will be easier for me. I can move around. That would be my normal lecture. Yeah, it is only that when you have to just speak in front of a mic, you are all the time focused and your energy over there. Yeah. All good?
No, they're saying the sound is still bad, so they're just asking the AV. Apologies, Moonish. And apologies to you in the room and online.
That's all right. We have plenty of time. And since you guys have come, so whosoever has come, I really appreciate that. Yeah, coming from your country to this place, it's a new place, and trying to get your feet around and head around, it takes a bit of a time, and it's a challenging weather at the moment, even for people like us, those who are localites. Yeah.
They've said that's fixed now.
Okay, that's fixed. Oh, wonderful. Yeah. So, as I said before, that we are on the Corona land, and we pay our respect to both past, present, and emerging. Yeah. So I'm sure that since you are on the campus or you are virtually, so this is the information which I would like to be sharing, that this is O week is orientation week, which is from 18 to 22nd. So I have put up what is happening during this week. I have been given the schedule for that. There are many activities which are happening. So I would encourage all of you to look around and see what is happening, and those who are virtually connected, there is a platform for them as well to look into it. Yeah. So I would highly recommend you to check the website which has been provided to look into what are the current updates which are going on. After O week, then there's going to be Connect week. The timing is being given there. So this is a time when your real studies, they are going to be starting in terms of some of the topics they will start from next week. Yeah, first of all, who is talking now? Yeah, so I thought that I'm going to just give you a brief my intro, that I'm Munish, right? And I'm associate professor in medical biotechnology at Flinders University, in College of Medicine and Public Health, and I'm your course coordinator. So it's a huge responsibility, and I interact with the majority of you, and you will get to know that what are the things which we can discuss in addition to the real course structure as well. I have few other responsibilities which I'm discharging at the college. I'm also co-lead international partnerships, and I'm also active researcher, right? In terms of, I'm also a program leader in one of the CRCs, and I have also my own CRC project with the industry partner going on. So my research interest is in the area of bioprocessing, and we do medical biotech, we do food and agri, and then we do nanotech here. Just to give you a bit of a snapshot of what biotech is all about, because we talk about industry, that how your things get integrated with industry. So that is what we do here at Biotech. And why I'm saying is because I have got good training and understanding. I have worked at various places worldwide. It was Oxford, then MIT, and then University of Queensland. So I have very active collaboration in almost every part of the, I would call as on this, in US, UK, in Southeast Asia. Almost 20 students, they have completed their PhD with me, and almost 21 Masters in Honors student completion. So, and I also was awarded Fellow of Royal Society. That was in 2015, based on my achievements. Yeah, which is a good acknowledgement and recognition which you get, and that is based on the amount of work which I have put up in the literature. So, I have I would call as a good H index, which is excellent, right? So, and have good number of publications, and these are some of the recent projects which are happening in my lab, and you will get to know a little more about it, yeah, once we will have more interaction. So we are working on cell manufacturing platforms for producing various metabolites. So I won't touch more upon this. And now I would be talking more about in terms of the logistics, yeah, the local things which you need, get your essentials sorted. And if you have any questions associated with that, I have my colleague Helen. She would be also pitching in between, right? If I couldn't answer, but I could see some of the faces, those who have already started in the previous, and they have come today. I acknowledge that. That's good. I'm sure that I won't be spending much time on that because there's a plenty of information which has been floated virtually. You need to get your ID card sorted because that is your identity to move at the campus. And more importantly, when you would be attending some lab sessions, some classes and all that. So this is your gateway, right? So that's why it is really critical. That's the first thing which you get it sorted. Enroll in 2 topics, which you would be starting from next week. I hope some of you have already enrolled. If not, this is a good time to get yourself enrolled. And if you're facing any issues, there is a help which is available. Ask Flinders, okay? That's the one email where you have to just send information and then you will get it sorted, okay? And if you think it is not sorted, I will let you know whom to contact, right? That is always myself. Yeah. So look into the amount of textbooks. I would encourage you to visit library, look into the resources which are available over there. Go through those resources because you will be doing here self-directed learning, okay? So there would be very less, rather there's no spoon feeding, yeah? We will facilitate you with a lot of resources, but at the end of the day, you will be looking after in terms of the content. These are some generic things, parking, railway, loop bus, yeah. There is a wonderful railway station which has come up to our campus, and enjoy the ride. Yeah, if you are living close to the city or maybe north of the Adelaide or in south of the Adelaide, so depending on where you are getting your accommodation sorted, okay? There is a bus as well, and that's a free bus which operates on the campus between this campus and the Tonsley campus. There are scholarships available, plenty of scholarship. And don't think that you do not have adequate mark. Don't be judgmental about it. You must apply if you find some scholarship is basically meeting your background. It is worth applying. Unless you are not going to apply, you won't get to know whether you will get it or not. As simple as that. So you should be applying, right? Uh, EduRoam is our Wi-Fi over here, and I assume that some of you may have got this information by this time. Those who are already here, they may have accessed it. You must have brought your laptops with you. I hardly find any person these days who doesn't have a laptop or a mobile, right? So that is something which is going to be the mode of connectivity. So get it sorted, right? And make most of the orientation. People are available. And I saw some of the stuff which is available yesterday as well when I went to one of the, during the lunchtime. So there are fusa stalls and there are other stalls which are there. Don't mind having a chat with people around. You have come to a new place, talk to people, interact with them. It's a welcoming society. Talk to them as much as you can, okay? And there is a orientation planner. So check this planner for day-to-day activities which are happening at the moment. When I was going through it, I could see that there are some free lunches are available, okay? So that is something which I would really ask you to capitalize on. That's a good way of cracking some partnerships, interactions with people around, and see whether you can find another buddy over here, okay? So there's a welcome hub. Ask anything which I just mentioned before, okay? Then there is a video library. Like there's a plenty of stuff which is available, and I would suggest you look around, spend some time on the information which we are sharing with you, and that will get the ball rolling, okay? So help is available, okay? When I'm saying, I meant it. So Flinders is known for the best student experience, right? They are mindful, they are careful, and because I have seen it here. So I have worked at various places, but out of, I would call as the place here, the type of support which they have extended to students, that is exemplary. I don't want to share the incident, but I have seen that executive has gone to any length in terms of supporting students here, right? So that is something which is really remarkable. So finding your way around, yeah, on the campus, okay, that is something which you can look around, okay. Then there is more information in terms of who should be contacted if you need support. There could be some, it's a pretty safe campus, right? Why? Because Adelaide is a safe city, yeah. So and it's a safe campus here, and moreover, it's on a hill. So yeah. So just look around, walk around, and see what is there, right? And there is a information on a mentoring program as well. So you can look into a like some of the students, they would connect with you, and then because you have come to a new place, you need a person with whom you can connect, who can make you understand about local things. Okay, that will make your adaptation here much more quicker and simpler. Okay, interact with people. I know we all have a tendency to make group, and we are comfortable in a group sort of a setting, but I would encourage you, I'm not saying that don't stay in that group. No, that's okay. But come out of the group, make some bigger groups, talk to local people, interact with them, see what is around, right? Because you have come to a new place, and embrace it, okay? That is what I tell everyone, yeah? So that is what I was trying to mention before, that it's a pretty safe place, okay? And these are the numbers which I would suggest you should have in your mobiles, okay? So that if at any time you think or you see any incident or something, you know who to contact, okay? So, because people here work on a timely duration, right? So, some people work, they start very early, they finish in the afternoon. Some start in the day, middle of the day, and then they finish. So, there are different timings. So, now, this is something which I got to know recently that this is another, I would call as a facility which Flinders has extended, which is called Oasis. And people with different faith and different, I would call as a spiritual understanding and falling. They can go, and there are some drop-ins from Monday to Friday, which you can um, do. You can do some mindful yoga over there, and studiology. Yeah, mindfulness is something which there is a huge focus on that. Okay, so these are some of the opportunities which you can avail over here, and just to have your best mental and physical well-being. And since you have come to this building, and adjacent to this building is a health club as well, okay? So just to make you understand, have your head around, look around, yeah? Now is the most important part which I'm going to be talking, right? What is going to be happening around in next, say 10 or 15 minutes. I thought that I will touch upon this. You have come to do Masters in Biotechnology program, and this is a 2-year program. You have seen it because that's the way you have taken the admission to this program. And this is how this program is structured, right? So you have come to semester 2, right? But in your case, this is your mid-year intake. For you, the topics which are listed in semester 2, they will become your foundation topics. So all the topics which are there, we call here subjects as topics. That's the first change for all of you. You are in the habit of hearing subjects, yeah, but we call here as topics, okay? So these are the topics, protein to proteome, LISAB, professional skills, and food bioprocessing, which you would be doing in this semester. Got it? After that, then you will do, when you will go to 2023 semester 1, then you will do molecular biotech, human molecular genetics, industrial and pharma, and environmental biotech. That you will do next year, semester 1, right? These are your 8 topics, 4.5 unit each, that makes 36 units. Unless you haven't finished the 36 units, you cannot go to the second year, all right? So if your situation is demanding or some other things, then we can have a chat, okay? So in second year, I will spend some more time on it. So there are 2 topics. One is medical biotech, another one is bioinformatics, which you would be doing, right? In addition to that, there is a biotechnology research project component, which I will talk in next of the slide. And most of the teaching sessions, they are going to be recorded, but there is an expectation. If a topic coordinator is asking you to be available for the lectures, because some of the topic coordinators, they run their lectures in a workshop mode, okay? In that scenario, you have to be there, right? So, and in some of the sessions, they can't be recorded because, for example, if you have invited a person from outside, some industry expert is there or some other expert is there and they don't want their session to be recorded, then the person don't have any choice, but they would be providing you PDF of the lectures, okay? That's the way. Generally, you are going to be provided with PDF of the lectures, and then you should be either attending or looking into the lecture videos. So all the information is going to be available on Flow. And Flow is Flinders Learning Online, okay? So there are sessions which are available at the moment. I would encourage you to attend those sessions, how to access information on Flow. That is really critical for all of you. Even I learned it. Yeah, still I don't call that I'm the expert on that. Still, if I've come across any issues, I call to the learning team and then they facilitate me. So the point why I'm making it, that you shouldn't hesitate in terms of asking. Okay? If you won't ask, nobody will get to know that whether you need it. Nobody is going to come here and knock your shoulder out. What's happening? Yeah, that's not going to happen. You have to ask. Got it? This is going to be the shape of your second year, basically. So you would be working on a research project, as I just said before. So second year students, they will carry 8 to 9 months of the research activity, which is equivalent to 22.5 units. Yeah, so you would be working on a project which is going to be associated either with industry or the current research program which is happening in a supervisor's lab. I will let you know the different people, those who are working in the area of biotechnology, just in a minute. Then you can get your head around, yeah. So we will also be providing you a booklet, yeah. So in which we will give you idea in terms of what is the type of research happening in that. For example, one sheet would belong to my group. One sheet, for example, Helen is there, one of the supervisor, or other people, those who are around in the biotechnology. So they would make some of the information available. Then you can go through those. You should have interaction with those people and what you think is going to be of interest to you, and you get excited and you can work on that, right? That's the way, and the duration is 2 semesters, but in between, there's going to be some other activity which is going to be happening, which I will touch upon a little later. Now, what is the learning outcome of this program? Yeah, you just try to look into this slide. There are 2 sections, one is left and another one is right. The right one is basically, I would call 10 top employability skills, right? So this is, we did one workshop with different stakeholders, and then we got to know that, okay, this is something which is preferred by the employers these days. I'm not going into what type of employers there are, but I'm just trying to refer the skill set which is required in you, right? They won't be asking you to define biotechnology. Okay, they won't be asking you, okay, what is going to happen if, for example, protein denature? No, nobody's going to be asking such questions, right? This is an altogether different way of learning here. So what people would be looking into is that how you communicate, right? Whether you believe in teamwork activities or you have affinity to gel with other people, right? That's why I emphasized in a few slides before that you should engage more with other people around. So when we did this activity, so what we found that the learning outcome of this program is basically, we believe in innovation, right? We are going to be asking you what is innovative, right? In the topics which you're going to be studying. And that is what all topic coordinators, they are going to be bringing into. They will bring some ideas, they will bring some concepts which are associated with research, and that is what they are going to be disseminating, okay? And that is what you would be doing in those workshop settings, yeah? So we will let you gain project management skills. You would be managing yourself, right? How you can make yourself available in leading with your other colleagues around, got it? That includes Munish as well. Yeah, even I would be learning from you. You have something new to bring to the table, and I'm happy to absorb that. Then is what solutions you can propose, because biotech is basically the most dynamic, I would call as a subject on the planet at the moment. Yeah, it is every day there are some new discoveries happening. You look into different universities, what is happening, they are putting up stories on every day, yeah? So those discoveries are coming from where? They're coming from lab. People like me, they are working in lab with whom? With people like you. So we work as a team, develop something new, bring it the concept, and that gets published, okay? So that means we are going to be proposing some innovative solution as one of the learning outcomes of this. And obviously, if I'm talking now, that is my communication, right? I'm communicating to you that we can do it. So that is what we will make you to learn here, communicate effectively. That could be through writing, That would be through presentations, that would be through collaborative activities. Yeah, that is what you would be doing. Workshop means everybody is going to get an opportunity to talk about what they think about it and what is in them. Because I believe every person is unique and they can contribute to the table. So that is what we achieve in those workshops. And then we are going to make you analytical in your thinking. You would be basically problem solving. And then that is, if you look into the learning outcomes and blend with the workshop which we had, you will see that there is a strong blending with teamwork, interpersonal skills, resilience, yeah, planning and organization, yeah, emotional intelligence, yeah. We are in such a challenging environment at the moment. Humanity is at the moment is in a challenge, right? Every day is unique. I get so many requests, and then you have to put your wisdom, and then you have to see whether the request is legit or not. Yeah. But on the other hand, we are also mindful that these circumstances are so challenging that people are here, but we need to be mindful as well. So that's why college is mindful, college is respectful, right? People here are so caring in terms of the understanding, but at the end of the day, there are dates which we have to meet. Okay? And then the last thing which you have seen in that is leadership. If you have all the skills, then you will develop as a leader. Sorry. There is another topic which is biobusiness, and this is a non-semester topic. At the moment I'm running it. What do we do in this topic? Business is about money, from where the money comes, yeah, and where it goes. So we will get you know that how biotech companies are formed, from where the money comes to these biotech. What are those innovations? What are those excellence? And based on that, technologies and the products that are coming to the market. That is what we do in this biobusiness. In how much time? 4 weeks. Just 4 weeks. It's an intensive industry environment. We will challenge you. We will bring experts here. Those who are in finance, in marketing, in entrepreneurship, in innovation, in IP, in regulation, in regulatory things. So these are the workshops which we conduct. We started it on 4th July. We are done with all the workshops. Now students, they are working on a group activity, right? So we have given them adequate skills. Now they are working on a business plan. And on 29th, if you are interested, come over. We will show you those presentations. Got it? So you will get to know that what they have done. It's a really charging environment, right? So we are having some really, I would call as a good discussions, because we start at 9, we finish at 4. We start at 9 every day, finishing at 4. Yeah, you see, that's the amount of. So what you do in a full semester, that we are trying to achieve just in 4 weeks. And there is no escape to it. It's a core topic. You have to do it. Got it? And that will open up your thinking, your understanding, how biotechnology operates worldwide. Not only Australia, not only Southeast Asia, it's Europe, it's US. So what is happening worldwide? What are those centers? What is happening over there, right? What are venture capital, right? What is a seed funding? What are the different funding bodies which are providing money to run biotechs? So those are the things which we are going to be doing in this, right? In addition to that, you will be presenting a business plan, okay? There is going to be a little bit of reality and some myth and some hype, okay? Hype is going to be the budget part, reality is going to be the technology part, myth is going to be the society. Whether the product which you are proposing, is it going to be acceptable or not acceptable? You think it is acceptable. For example, I give you one simple, a cowless milk. Yeah, have you heard about it? Right? But that is where society is getting to. We are developing some platforms that we need not to use plants. Rather than plants, if we can use microbes for producing many things. Yeah? Can synthetic biology assist us in doing those things? So that is where the things are happening, to which we call as advanced manufacturing. You will hear about this term more, yeah, when you will join some of the topics. This is something which is really important for all of you. So become a topic rep. This is something which is being supported by FUSA. FUSA is a Flinders University Student Association. That's a body which facilitates you in emerging as a leader. Okay, don't hesitate, right? That I don't want to do this thing. This is going to be. Rather, think that this is an opportunity that you are going to be a conduit between a topic coordinator and the students. You are a voice of both parties. Okay, so you can talk to them and they will make you understand, right, what message needs to be delivered, and similarly what are student expectation. So we do this thing during the course as well. I invite students and they come to me. We talk about that, how their course is shaping, are they facing any issues. Then based on their feedback, we talk to topic coordinators as well. If something needs to be tuned or tweaked, they will do that. I have spoken to, based on my last interaction with student, I spoke to some of the topic coordinators, and based on that, there were some changes which were introduced, right? And that I could only know because I also got one course representative as well. Yeah, that is something which I introduced, right? Topic rep is good for that particular topic, but he's a voice for all the students. He talks to me and I talk to him, what are my plans, how I would like the things to happen. Yeah, those are the things. So we are yet to do few things like some social activities. We haven't yet been able to get it executed, but that is something which we want to do. So this is something, it's an old slide, but still it is relevant. So this is person is going to be liaising and more associated with learning and teaching of the topic, like how it is being delivered, right? Now, just to give you a snapshot of the people who are going to be there involved in the teaching, okay? And Ross Ross McKinnon, Way is going to be available for CRC only, not for the topics. I'm Munish. I said before, Chris, he has superannuated, but still he looks into some of the student for research. Khan is going to be looking into one of the topics in this semester, professional skills. So you will meet him maybe next week. Yeah, and Lu Fei, some of you know her, and she would be looking into LESAB, which is legal, ethical, and social aspects of biosciences. So she will be running that. Then Karen she has few caps, but she's not wearing in this photograph. Like, she's a teaching program director as well. Yeah, and she is a like topic coordinator for human molecular genetics, and she is, I would call as, she brings a lot of innovation in the topic, and she is so approachable, and she is so, I would call as, understands what students' complexities are. And that is what I've seen her, because I have personally interacted with her as a course coordinator in this last 6 months, and it has been really a insightful experience. So, like, she is something which I would say is a really one would look forward to in a colleague. Yeah. So, and she's really prompt in terms of her responses as well. So, and she would be looking into your human molecular genetics component, but that will happen next semester. Yeah, so this, but she's part of the team, and she does work in the area of epigenetics. So some of you may be interested. Now, this is another a slide, which is some of the other colleagues of mine, Robin, and Then is Harold. Harold is now discipline head of biotechnology, and his area is synthetic physiology. Then is Krasimir. Like Harold, Krasi, and Khan, they joined this year only, right? They are the new addition in the space, and they have Krasi has a huge nanotech aspect of the work which he's doing, and Khan works with him, right? And Khan will give you some more insight when he will be looking into professional skills topic. He's another guy who's starting soon. He would be starting as a director for Center for Marine Bioproducts Development. So this is a center within biotechnology, okay? And the focus of this center is in the area of marine biotechnology. And I will give you a little bit a snapshot of this little later. I have two slides on that. That is more associated with your industry integrated learning or working on some of the projects which are floated by industry. So you may get opportunity to work, yeah, depending on how you do in your first year, right? So you really need to deserve that spot, right? It is not that you have done first year and then you are going to be taken up in industry project. So they are going to be premium ones, okay? So because there are few, right? And everybody would like to go for that. And I'm coming up with some do's and don'ts, and based on that I will be floating. So Vincent work in the area of algal, and he's a plant biochemist. He does metabolic engineering, few things he's doing. You will get to know more about him, yeah, his group, but more with the research setting. Now, this is another college, science and engineering, and I have colleagues from there, those who are participating in the teaching program. So next, one of the topic, which is protein to proteome, that is taken care by Kathleen Soule, yeah. So, but Kathy has now become a dean of PNR, so she won't be available. And what has happened that there's another scientist over there. Her name is Crystal Sweetman, and she would be meeting that topic, right? I'm going to have a chat with her next week to understand what are her plans in terms of it, so that I'm aware of what is going to be happening. In addition to that, we have people like Jim. Jim would be running bioinformatics, and he has run environmental biotech in the first year. Some of those who have already done that, they know Jim, right? Jim is also, I would say that he's quite understandable and approachable, right? He's a great guy in terms of that. And Peter is a plant biotechnologist. So if any of you have any interest in plants or in agriculture, talk to me, then I can recommend you with whom you can go and talk, right? That's the way. So these are the different areas in which they are working, food security, sustainability, and all those things, yeah? So that is something which is going to be more of interest when you will go into this second year. But I must make you all aware of then what career opportunities you are aspiring for, right? Because at the end of the course, you would be looking into employment opportunities, right? So this is one big opportunity. I was referring to, this is a marine byproduct CRC. This is a federal government funding, which we won last year, right? It's a 270 million funding in which we are getting 70 million from industry, and we are getting 59 to 60 million from federal government, and other money is coming from different partners. There are 45 partners in this. Out of 45, 38 are industry people, and the remaining are different universities like Queensland University, Tasmania University, Deakin University, RMIT, and then is a Charles Sturt University in Wagga Wagga. So this is a very big platform, but majority of the work that will be happening in this is in the area of bioprocessing. Got it? So whether you are using bioprocessing is basically you are using a microbial system for transforming a raw material into a valuable product, right? What goes behind that, we will make you understand, right? So I won't spend much time on that at the moment, but it's a huge opportunity, and that will also give you an insight into what is happening in the new area of. This is a new industry which is emerging in Australia, rather worldwide. Okay, and that's another platform, which is, we call it as MTP Connect. It's a medical technology and pharma growth center. The first center which I spoke, that was Marine, which is a bioprocessing base, and this is based on medical technologies. And interestingly, we have a presence here at Flinders, but the campus is Tonsley. Yeah, so it is. The guy who looks into is, I have integrated him to our teaching program as well. He comes and lectures and give you insight into it. So they would be talking more about medical devices. They would be talking about different pharma sector. They would be talking about what is happening in medical biotech space. So it's a huge fund which is there. And every year they support major projects, and then you will get an opportunity to work with those supervisors if you decide to work in that area. And if they have that funding, then you can work with that. Just a little bit of introduction to what is the biotech landscape in South Australia. I thought that I will give you a bit of an understanding. The major hub of biotech in Australia is in Melbourne. Okay, that is where Oz Biotech is there. Okay, Oz Biotech has almost 4,200 plus companies. Okay, they are not all biotech, but that is regarded as a Oz Biotech umbrella, right? So people generally think that if we are part of that, we will enter into employment. That's not the way the things happen. Okay, so you need to identify what sector is going to be suitable with terms of the skill set which you have generated during your research project, and that will lead to some potential employment opportunities. Okay, so in Melbourne, there is a biggest hub in terms of medical biotech institutes over there, because Australia is known for cell biology-based research worldwide, right? So that is something which you guys will get to know. But when we come to the South Australian landscape, one of the biotech company is Biosina. You might have heard about recently. It used to be Pfizer, but Pfizer got replaced with Biosina. So they are the one, it's a US company. They have bought that plant, and what are they doing here? They are manufacturing mRNA vaccine, right? So that is through various yeast and E. coli platforms. Okay, so if you have done some work in the area of protein technology, how proteins are being expressed, purified, and characterized, and then look into their activity, that is something which you can aspire to secure some employment opportunities or training opportunities over there. It's not a huge landscape in terms of South Australian presence, but one thing which I can say with confidence, it is expanding. Why? Because last week I had one of the directors from Office of Chief Entrepreneur. She was here, and I invited her as one of the biobusiness guest speaker, and she gave us a picture that there are many new companies which are going to be establishing in the area of biotech. So the things are expanding because why? Because vaccine, therapeutics, proteins, superfoods. Yeah, because more and more, you start thinking about how your day starts. Yeah, and then you think how many products you need. That is something which biotech can do. Okay. These are some of the companies where people have secured employment opportunities before, in hospital lab setup, in biotech companies, in pharma companies. Some have gone to state and federal government departments, right? So I have put up some logos so that you can correlate. Okay, Samri, which is you can't miss Samri when you are in the town, in the CBD. Yeah, it's a beautiful a structure in terms of its presence, very next to Royal Adelaide Hospital, and you won't miss that. Okay. And just to keep you aware that we also appreciate the good work done by students. Okay, so Lashika is one of our star ambassadors in 2021. So she finished her research project, and then she was awarded high commendation, and then she also won a Study Adelaide Award. So on previous occasion, I was inviting her, and she used to say a few words, but at this time, it will be difficult to call and get her. But she really speaks high of the people around and what she experienced, and I think she genuinely feels about it. Yeah. So that what she has actually felt over here in terms of the personal touch which people have extended to her. Yeah. And this is something which happened recently. Our graduates from Masters in Biotechnology, they started in 2019, and then they graduated in 21. They couldn't graduate because some of their projects they got extended because of the COVID, because labs were shut last July. Everything was shut, and then we had to give extensions and all that. So that's why they finished their stuff in the beginning of this year, and then they got graduated. So this is one of the images which was taken by a student over there. Now, we are waiting, rather not we, Word is waiting for you. That is what I would say, right? So Word is looking for what? Life needs three things: good food, excellent health, and good environment to live. Identify what you think where you can contribute. Okay, look into that. And that's why I put up a kid looking at the whole word, right? What he can contribute to. So you have come as a kid, although you all have done bachelor studies or some may have done a master studies, okay, for which I'm not aware at the moment, but definitely I know that you have done bachelors, yeah? That's why you all are sitting here, right? So identify what attracts you most and start putting your effort on that side, right? And most important, don't forget, in addition to studies, experience South Australia. It's a beautiful place. I'm a biased Victorian, right? But when I looked around, South Australia is absolutely stunning. They have some of the fantastic beaches. If you go towards south, Pelleru Peninsula, brilliant. KI, Kangaroo Island, I had the opportunity to visit in the beginning of the year. Beautiful. They have some of the best wines, right? McLaren Vale, Barossa Valley, yeah? Enjoy it in moderation, okay? Yeah? So we have a weight campus here. There you can go and experience there's good wine testing, experience it. We will let you know in one of the topics what happens in a wine as a result of biotech, okay? Which I would be talking about in food bioprocessing. Okay, yeah. And now, if you have any questions, if you have something, I thought I will send these questions to the virtual team, but somehow I forgot. Yeah, like these are some obvious things which I thought what you're planning to do when you complete your degree. I have touched in employment opportunities. So where you should be participating in placements. Are there any student clubs around? There is a biotechnology student club as well. Okay, so you can join. And what is your favorite sport? Favorite sport and sport. I haven't put up sport. Sport.
And that would be badminton.
Yeah, so thanks for that. Yep. And this is something which I was advised by Helen that we should put up one of the activities which are happening. And this is from where I'm sorry that I couldn't have a better resolution of this image. But one thing which I picked, that is a free lunch, okay, and which is from Monday to Thursday. And you might see me across. Yeah. So, but that's a good opportunity for all of you to gel and interact with people around. And most important, enjoy biotech, right? You have come for something which is absolutely spectacular in terms of the way we deliver it here. It's an altogether unique way of doing it. Some pracs, some expectation from students, and some expectation in terms of team-based learning approach, which is new to all of you, but you will gradually get to know about it. Because I know as a student, you are just mindful about one thing: grades, 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 grades. But you can only get good grades if you are more collaborative in nature. You are more available. You are meeting timelines. Yeah, so you are adhering to what is being announced. You are vigilant. You are open. You are available, right? And you are mindful of others as well. That is what I always cherish in a student. All right.